Hey everybody, we're here. Like, we just got here. I'm still setting up my stuff here, and I just got my pass. We're at the Shizuoka Hobby Show for 2015. This is the first day. It's the business day, which means that's why I have this pass. And we are going to now show you guys what we can find for sci-fi and everything else, which means I'm heading to the Bandai booth right now. All right, now we're at the RG section of the Bandai's booth, and there is the beautiful 00 Riser that just came out. We just showed it. It is amazing, and I said it was possibly the best RG there is. But if you look above that, there's the announced one. Look at that. They're making an RG Astray red frame. Here's the prototype, no color. But just beside that, they've got the actual frame runner, and they have him doing his little poses there. And you can see that using their RG type frame technology, they're going to be able to mold that frame in the two colors, the red and the white, that we see from all the red frame models. So we're not going to have to worry about putting a frame together with RG. Bandai is going to give it to us. We're going to put the armor on, and it's going to be awesome. All right, here's the MG Hyakushiki 2.0. It's been a while since we saw it. And Bandai is doing the Hyakushiki, and it's not done in the meki that we usually see them doing a gold in. They're actually using a new technique to get this sheen. Down below here, you can see they've got the runners laid out, and you can see that there's undergating, but it's not that really bright, clear-coated gold. It's actually really nice, a little bit dull, and it's probably going to be a lot easier to touch up when you're cutting parts off the runner. And it's going to be a little bit posable too. They're talking about the new poses this guy can do. So they've got him in a little bit of an action pose here. I'm really excited to get this guy in my hands at the end of the month and put him together and show everybody what he can do. All right, here's the next RE100, the Reborn 100. It is the Dijeh. We knew it was coming, but previously we'd only seen the prototype with no color. Well, here's all the color. It's got that nice baby blue color in there. I'm actually really digging the look of it now that I can see the colored version of it. And if you look at the runner there, you can see the size of the parts that you're going to be using. This is typical now of the new RE kits. You're going to get some very large parts to make these 1/100 scale kits. Looks pretty good. All right, we're looking at the new HG kits from Origin. You can see that they have the prototype Gouf. It's looking awesome. I'm really enjoy. I love Gouf, so I really enjoy seeing any new model kit from there. Beside that, we have one I have never built before. I don't know if I've even seen it. It's called the Mobile Walker. Now this comes out in October. That gives me time to kind of look into it and find out what I'm looking at. I think it looks awesome, but it's going to be a little bit of a different experience putting this guy together. Down at the bottom here, we have the YMS-107. This is what the original design of it. And this is very similar. Maybe it's like a pre-Gouf Gouf. Oh, I'm not quite sure the story on this one, but I'm definitely going to have to look into it. And I've got some time because we're not exactly sure when it comes out yet, but it's on its way. All right, we've talked about the Revive series recently, new modeling techniques and molding techniques. And now we're looking at, I think, the third in this series, which is the Freedom Gundam. It's coming in August. And I got to say, like, we've built the RG Freedom, and we had a lot of fun with that. But this new HG is looking really good, and maybe it's a good kit to be part of a Revive line, because maybe they could make some changes on, like, you know, the strength of joints. And as you can see, it's standing pretty well. I'm going to be interested to put this guy together come August. And now let's look at the other RE series. Okay, so with this new Revive series, people are asking us, you know, what's the difference? You know, what is this Revive series? And now you can see Bandai's promotional material. They say it's the best proportion, it's high movable performance, and it's fun to build. Well, Gundam's always been fun to build for all of us. And you can see, looking at this pose that they've got their new RX-782 in, that it does look like it does have high movable performance, as they say. And it might just be that this Revive line is the way to kickstart HG. You know, HG has always been a big seller because they'll make almost any type of MS, which we won't see in other lines. But some people were a little disappointed in what they could do afterwards with it, maybe. Well, now Bandai's gone back with this new modeling techniques, and we're going to have another experience when it comes to HG and the RX-782. All right, and the first kit that's going to arrive for the Revive line is going to be the Guncan. Now, I haven't built an HG Guncan, and that kit's pretty old as far as I know. So getting my hands on a brand new kit with new mold technology, it's pretty exciting for me. This guy should be out in just over a month's time, so we'll be showing the Revive series in its infancy on Gunpla TV. All right, so now we have the new HG Gundams. These are from the build flyers, and look, we have the Gundam the End, and this just comes out tomorrow actually, which I think we already got some boxes at our building. And I think that looks really cool. Beside the end, we have the Denial Gundam. You can see that it's got those effect parts. Those can come on and off. You will have the choice of making different types of hair when you put that on. Beside that is the Gundam Tryon. Now this coating version is a campaign exclusive, so let's look right beside that and see the actual release version. You can see this one comes out the first week of June. A lot of people are really excited for this one. I think it looks kind of Japanese kid showish, but a lot of people are just dying to try the Tryon. Now, beside that, we have something new. Some of these have been on our site already, but we do have those small petite burning Gundams. Some people might not be aware that we have the burning red, winning yellow, lightning blue, future pink, petite guy they're called, petite guy. You can see they're really small, and they come on this base that look like a puzzle piece, and you're able to put these puzzle pieces together and make them like stand together and whatever those cute little things do. But beside that, we're looking at some new Gundam kits now. Let's start with the one that most people are going to be interested in. It is the Gundam Leopard, that light blue guy. This guy is going to come out in August. You can see it's going to come with its giant weapons that can mount onto its back here, and the arm cannons, missile launchers. A lot of people have been hoping for the Leopard Da Vinci for some time, so it's out in HG come the summertime. Behind that, we have the Dom, that dark blue monstrous thing. Now we had the Gouf R35, and now we get the Dom R35, same kind of color scheme. I think it looks great. It's going to come with those shields which you can combine before you mount them onto your kit. We also have the Lightning Zeta Gundam, that blue and red thing. Everybody recognizes the Zeta Gundam, and now the Lightning Gundam from Gundam Providers. This is the combination. It looks great. Below that, we have this red guy. This is the Kurenai Musha Ghanim, also from Build Fighters. I think it looks really cool, but then I like, that Japanese samurai look. And behind here at the back, we have this orange thing. It is the Guerra Doga. It's on sale, but what they want to show you is that we're going to get this giant Gatling gun. It's holding that giant Gatling gun. That comes in about a month's time, and it looks monstrous. Up until now, we were kind of using Kotobuki Gatling gun, but it looks like this one actually comes with a mount. If you look to the right here a little bit, you can see it mounts on a tripod, so you'll be able to mount that Gatling gun. Now, below here, this green guy, this is MG. I'm really excited to see this in the flesh, or in the plastic, as we can say. This is the Fenice, Renashata, or whatever everybody corrects me on. You can see it can transform into that kind of flying mode. And you can also see it's going to come with these clear effect parts for the arms, almost like a cape. I think it looks great. That giant shield looks awesome. But just as I saw that, my attention was drawn to what is above it, that giant red thing. Now this is the amazing Red Warrior. Now, we were surprised by the announcement of a Red Warrior in HG form at the Gunpla Expo last year, and now I'm surprised to see, without any foreknowledge, that there's going to be a master grade version of it, and I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be super articulate. It looks like we might be kind of the 2.0 RX-782 design. I'm not going to be sure of that until I see runners, but it's also going to come with the giant weapons you can see mounted on the back. So, amazing Red Warrior in MG. Look for that in August. Okay, now Reconquista in G. We're in that corner of the Bandai booth. You can see, wait, this is the G Self? Well, it's the G Self. Look at the backpack, look at the shield. It's something different about it, right? This is the Gundam G Self Perfect Pack, it's called, and it will be available in August, so it gives you an alternative to the previous backpack, the space backpack, and the normal atmospheric backpack. We're now getting a perfect backpack. Beside that, at the very end, we have this giant red thing, the assault pack. That's come out last month. We talked about on the show. It is pretty cool to see it once again built on display, because it is pretty huge. And beside that, we've got the HG kits for Reconquista. Some of these we do know, of course, like the Gaia is a cool kit. Beside that, the Dahak, which comes out when you see this video. It's probably out already. Beside that are the new stuff. Now, this stuff went on our site recently. We have the Gastima. I think it's looking really cool. I'm digging the shoulders and the head. And behind that, the Kabakali. Now, all that black, I think it looks great. All those wings. And you can even see, looking at the head here, we're going to have, it looks like some kind of maybe markings or specific kind of plastic parts to put in there. It's going to be interesting to assemble. We'll show it on the show, definitely. And now the rest of the kits on display here, they've already been released for Reconquista. So if you're interested in that anime, be sure to check them out because they're pretty unique and pretty cool. Okay, let's talk about SD. Now we have this new one, the BB, number 399 by the way. It is the Versatile Knight Gundam. We gotta have some shiny parts, which is not unusual when it comes to making the head. But also on the shoulders, it's gonna have some mechy plated parts. And you'll be able to take off all the armor, like on the other ones, and you'll see he's kind of standing naked there. But what I really want to show everybody concerning SD is what Bandai is planning to do with this series. All right, so this is what's called the SD Gundam new project. It's called S Standard. And what they're doing is they're making this new SD style with more range of motion, they say, better proportion, but also it's designed to like crossover, they say, with HG kits, which means you can use HG weapons and accessories. You can see they're sporting shields and rifles. And what they're doing is they're starting with the main suits. So we've got an RX-782, we've got an Ale Strike. They do look really, really good. I'm loving the proportions. But you can also see they're going to do a Wing Zero, they're going to do an Exia, and after that they've got more kits lined up and they're looking like the more popular ones. I think I see a Unicorn, Freedom or Strike Freedom, might be an Astray, and then possibly the RG, not the RG, the 00. I'm RG on the brain here. So we're going to see older kits SD new again in this new standard. Isn't this awesome?
This
like,
is
check
awesome.
that out. Like how many stormtroopers and people are in here, and people might not notice it, but I did. Look at that. We got a facepalm stormtrooper hidden away in there. Maybe
did you do that, Sid?
Yeah, that's how I would pose my stormtrooper. This looks incredible, and now we're able finally to see some shots of the snow speeder.
Which looks
right,
incredible.
This 1/72 snow speeder. Doesn't that look great? You can see it's going to come with these effect parts, and the little tow cable coming out of the back there. That's cool.
What was his pilot's name?
God, don't
The
ask
guy
me
who
that.
died.
The guy got stepped on or shot. Beside that, this is the first time we're seeing the Y-Wing Starfighter. It looks
this
really,
is exciting,
really good.
yeah.
You're going to see that they've got the Y-Wing pilot in there too. It looks great. To the right of that is what's coming in August. It's new. It's not even finished yet. This is actually the Sand Trooper. Now, if I recall correctly, the Sand Trooper, I think in episodes 4, they had the orange on here.
Yep.
Whether that's going to be a sticker or a part, we don't know yet. This is still like under planning and checking, it says in English here. But that is going to come out in August. It looks good. And beside that is what I am most excited about. That is the Scout Trooper on the speeder bike. Now look at
it's big.
It is big.
Big.
Like, you know, I'm used to seeing the small 1 3 3/4 scale from Hasbro that came out in 1980. What is it, 1983? Now this is going to have to match with the 1/112 scale Scout Trooper, and you can see that it's pretty sizable.
And it comes with the trooper.
It does come with the trooper. Yeah, you're looking at like 5,000 yen, but then again, you're getting that kit and the ride it's mounted on. And let's just talk about the C-3PO right beside that. Now, we're going to show this on the next episode of Gunpla TV because Ryan and I have been building ours. Look how shiny that is. That's all mechy plated, and it's all undergated. Like so, it looks gorgeous just out of the box and assembled. Even with the stickers on the inside there for the wiring, it looks great. I really loved it. The Star Wars kits are awesome, and you can see that Bandai is still going to be pumping them out. All right, people who know what this is know what they're looking at.
Funassi.
That's right, Ryan knows what he's looking at. However, I gotta say, people who don't know what Funashi is, get on the internet, type it into Google, find a YouTube video, and I don't know, like they're gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. Now, Funashi is the most popular mascot in Japan right now, and that means, of course, that we're gonna start seeing toys and malls of it. Now, Bandai's got the rights to it. They've already made the model, and you can see there's a departure. We're not looking at hard plastic. Look at the top up here. They're making this head out of this kind of soft, cushy plastic, and it's going to be able to, like,
So grab his head over there. Even though it says don't touch. You see? That's kind of cool.
Right? Pretty cool. It is pretty cool, and there is, of course, going to be markings and different plasma parts, for the actual body of it. But this guy is famous for doing absolutely crazy things on television, and it's just a guy in a suit, remember?
And it's
sometimes it caves in, and sometimes he falls over because it's bulky, as I guess he's doing it in the
They slip food through the back of his thing when he needs to do food testing.
It's absolutely insane, the phenomenon that is Funashi. So now you can actually enjoy it for yourself in this classic model form. All right, we're here in the Hasegawa booth now. We're gonna look at Mac K first. This is the first thing that we see, of course. It's pretty eye-catching. And we have the new Mark 44 Ammo Knights. Now you can see it's coming with that pilot there. They've actually got the runner for the pilot kind of right here to show you just the size. And it looks like you'll be able to make him with a mask or without a mask. And you'll be able to open this guy up and the pilot will be able to go inside. It actually looks like really cool. Mac K, we always talk about how much we like it, and maybe we don't have the time to devote to it as much as we'd like. But for those maulers out there who actually, have the skills, they can create something truly amazing with these Mac K kits. All right, in Hasegawa, they have, if you didn't know, kits from the Ace Combat video game. Now, I love the Ace Combat series of video games, and their kits, they are pretty much identical to what you're seeing in the game. Now, this is the Galm, it's called, and you can see it's going to come with this crazy decal sheet, as well as you're going to need to be doing some painting on that wing there to get that color. But I really like it. I think the Ace Combat kits are great for people who don't know too much about planes, but they do like the games. Beside that, we have the F-15C Eagle. Also, of course, from the Ace Combat, you'll be doing some painting there on the wings as well. And they do have the marking sheet down there for you all to see when you start slapping your markings on. They'll come with the base. Now, the base is where you're going to be putting these kind of large markings on there. Love it. Love Ace Combat. Everybody should play it at least once in their life. All right, now we're in the Macross part of Hasegawa, and we're looking at their newest kit. And it is the VF1S-A Strike Super Garwalk Valkyrie, and it's looking pretty awesome. You can see they've got it in the Garwalk mode, and you can see it's going to have all these markings that you're going to put on. We see the decal sheet on there. Now this looks like it's coming out in July, so those Macross fans out there, start getting your wallets ready, because this guy is coming. Get your orders in now and be prepared to do a lot of decal work, because you can see that they have 4 different markings on the decal sheet. If you look down there, there's 4 different markings to choose from when you start marking this guy up. So you're gonna have to make a choice, you're gonna have to commit to it, and then you'll get to enjoy your VF1A. All right, now we've shown 5-star stories on the show before, but we never really got into those Volks huge, monstrous kits that take a lot of work. Yeah, they're pretty expensive. And this guy, you can see here the Terra Mirage, he's clocking in at about 12,000 yen. But look at all the detail. Like if you look at the placards they've got laid out, and all the detail that is going to go into this kit. Now, a lot of people who build these kits, you have to be familiar with maybe resin and those kind of high skill techniques. But once you get that, I mean, look what you get, and it's pretty amazing. This 5-star stories kits always have a really high reputation when they come from Volks. All right, also from Volks and a combination of Blue Knights, the collaboration here, we have the Testarossa. Now, people might recognize that as being the name of a Ferrari, very unique Ferrari for its time, but now it's actually the name of this Blue Knight. And this thing is monstrous. I can just imagine the amount of parts that are going to come in that box. We don't have any runner layouts or any indication of, parts and runner counts, but you can tell it's going to be quite a few parts. And this guy, once built, is going to be very articulate. They've actually got him in this kind of crazy pose down here, as well as in the image that they provided for us. This comes out in June, so keep an eye out for that one. Okay, we are here in the Dragon booth, and they have Avengers stuff from the newest movie, The Age of Ultron. Now, apparently, that movie's getting mixed reviews and a lot of hype and everything else. And one thing that we were kind of hyped for was the giant new kit coming out, the Hulkbuster. Yeah, it's kind of expensive, I got to admit it, but just look at the size of this thing. Like this is monstrous. What is that, like 2 feet tall or something? It's big. And we got a new Hulk coming, of course. These are all coming in May. Back there is the other Iron Man suit. Some Mark 43. Everybody will recognize it from the movie. And can we swing the camera just around over here and see the Thor? I think probably my favorite character from these movies is Thor. I always liked him as a comic book hero. This guy does look pretty cool on the base. He's looking pretty decent. And of course, Captain America. He looks all right.
You suit.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Captain Puerto Rico, right? With that stripe. Isn't that what people said?
Cuba.
Yeah. And Ultron at the back there. Kind of looks like Megatron. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. But check out this little cute Hulk here. These are called the 5-inch bobblehead series. Well, it looks a little bigger than 5 inches to me. This is, they got the Hulk. We have a little Captain America, and of course you get the Hulkbuster and the Iron Man in there, and even the Thor. They are pretty cute. I can get down with these things.